What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Alright, today we have Morphtronics for Edison format. If you guys like Go, Edison, Tengu, Plant, Hat format, any of those more niche retro formats, we have it all here. So subscribe for more. I'm excited for today's profile. Morphtronics was actually the first deck I had that was like fit a specific archetype. My first deck that I actually could play with, and it was more than a pal deck, it was like a warrior deck. And then this was my first archetype deck, and then shortly after I made Gladiator Beast when I saw that was competitive for the time. But yeah, Morphtronics hold a special place in my Yu-Gi-Oh heart. Played these when I was like 11, 12 years old, so way back in the day. Alright, we got a 40 card main, 15 card extra. Let's get straight into it. We have the main dice roller himself. We got Morphtronic Selfon. He is going to enable us to get our combos off and start flooding the field with Morphtronics. He is a level 1 machine effect monster. He says, while in attack position, once per turn you can roll a 6-die die, reveal cards from the top of your deck equal to the roll, and special 1 level 4 lower Morphtronic monster from among those cards, ignoring the summon conditions. Shuffle the rest into the deck. That's the main one we're going to go for. That's the main effect. He does have a defense effect, so I guess we'll read it anyways. It says, while in defense, once per turn, you can roll a 6-die die, look at the top cards of your deck, equal to the roll, then return them in any order. So we're using it for the attack position effect. Obviously, get a free summon from deck. If you roll a 1, RIP. If you roll a 6, you're pretty lit. Next up, for our next 3 of, we have 3 Borden. Borden's got a good effect in defense and attack, so we'll read both. He's level 3 machine effect monster, not a tuner. He says, while in attack, Morphtronic monsters you control can attack directly. That's crazy. This deck can really OTK pretty easily when it gets everything going and everything on board. It says, while in defense, other Morphtronic monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So if you get 2 of these, then you just have a lock. Alright, for another 3 of, we have 3 Morphtronic Radion. Radion says, while he's in attack, all Morphtronics gain 800 attack, and while in defense, they gain 1,000 defense. So we're going to use him for that attack position one. He's an 1800 beater on summon. He's not a machine, he's a thunder. That's important to note for things like limiter removal. Yeah, he's going to gain everybody. He's going to help contribute towards that OTK of Borden. For the 1 of, we have 1 Slingin. Slingin likes to sling Morphtronics. He says, once per turn, you contribute 1 Morphtronic monster except Slingin to destroy 1 card on the field. That's while in attack. And then while in defense, if this card will be destroyed, you can destroy another Morphtronic instead. Alright, Remotin, another good one. He says, while in attack, once per turn, you can play 1 Morphtronic monster from your graveyard and add 1 Morphtronic monster with the same level as the monster that was removed from play from your deck to your hand, which is the main effect again. That's pretty good. And then while in defense, once per turn, you can send 1 Morphtronic monster from your hand to the graveyard and add 1 Morphtronic monster with the same level as that monster from graveyard to your hand. So that one's from graveyard to hand. Alright, for the last 2 ofs, we got 2 Scopin and 2 Boomboxin. We'll just lay them out. And that is it for the Morphtronic monsters. Scopin is your tuner. Ramon's a tuner, dude, by the way. But Scopin says that while in attack position, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Morphtronic from your hand. And while in defense, he becomes level 4. So you can be a level 4 tuner or level 3 tuner, and you can special one from the hand. So Scopin's really good. And then Boomboxin. Boomboxin says while in attack position, you can attack twice during each battle phase. And while in defense, if another Morphtronic monster you control is selected as an attack target, you can negate the attack. So that's really good. They have pretty good effects. They obviously are the butt of most people's jokes because it's more of like a anime meme deck sometimes. But honestly, the effects are really good. If you get, the right hand, you get the right synergy, the right rolls. I think Selfon's the big deal. If he just said excavate 6 every turn, he'd have to roll a die. This deck would be infinitely better. But the fact that you have to roll a die just adds that luck factor. And if you're going to play luck, I think most people agree you just play Lightsworn instead. And then to round off the deck, we have 2 Cyber Dragon. He's a machine. And that is it for the monsters. Let's move on to spells and traps. If you guys have any ratios you would change, please let me know. Always looking to innovate decks and make them better. Most of these are my childhood copies, by the way. This one, is 15 years old now. at least, because I was playing it when I was 12. All right, for the spells, we have one limiter removal. That is not my childhood one because I had a Hobby League parallel rare, which I got rid of. I definitely regret that. Wish I could show it to you guys today. Then we have one for one. Obviously, it's going to get you that Selphon. Selphon's a level 1. Trying to see if there's any others. No, I didn't think so. Okay, just Selphon. But Selphon's super important, so you want to get him out as quickly as possible. Because we can OTK, and because we play a lot of back row, we're opting to have some back row removal to help us go for OTKs, but also not simultaneously destroy our own back row. So instead of Heavy Storm, we're playing Giant Trunade and Cold Wave. These guys are going to allow us to go in for our plays and OTK them. Because we're a Synchro deck, we're playing Mind Control and Brain Control. Steal their monsters, Synchro with them. And then here's for the fun part. We're playing 3 Morphtronic Map and 3 Stumbling. So Stumbling says that any monster that is normal summon, flip summon, or special summon is changed to defense, which can hurt us because we like our attack position effects better. But it's going to hurt our opponent a lot better. A lot more. And there's 2 reasons. One, because let's just skip to the good part. For 3 of the traps, we're playing 3 Morphtronic Bind. It says, while you control a face-up Morphtronic monster, all level 4 higher monsters your opponent controls cannot attack or change their battle position. So if they get summoned and then they go to defense, they cannot change their battle position at all if they're level 4 higher, which is kind of cracked. But also, and then we can change ours because we're a lot of low-level monsters. And then, obviously, we're not under bind anyways. It's just your opponent. But Morphtronic Map says each time a monster's battle position is changed, place 1 morph counter on this card. So Stumbling is going to enable a crap ton of morph counters. All Morphtronic monsters gain 300 attack for each morph counter on this card. When this card is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you special summon 1 Morphtronic monster from your graveyard. So Morphtronic Map is just really good. And then Stumbling is really good with it, and Bind is really good. That's why we're playing triples of each. We want to see these guys in conjunction with each other. All right, so for some more traps, playing Mirror Force, Torrential, Solemn Judgment. Those are pretty self-explanatory. We want our plays to go through. One thing I'll say about Solemn Judgment is that it also is going to help enable protection against Heavy Storm for things like Stumbling, Map, and Bind, since we put so many continuous spells on field. And again, that's why we're not playing Heavy Storm. We're playing Cold Wave and Trinity instead. Another thing that's going to help us protect is going to be 2 Dark Bribe. Again, help us OTK, help us protect our back row. Dark Bribe is pretty self-explanatory. We're not playing Deep Prison. I think because we have Bind, playing Mirror Force as our 1 battle trap is good enough. But we are playing 2 Bottomless Trap Hole just to help with the slowing of combos and just kind of help keep pace. Our monsters are pretty weak, so sometimes trading 1 for 1 with Bottomless Trap Hole is more than enough to help us clear the problem, then attack the next turn with what we have. All right, that is it for the main deck. If you guys have any changes that you would make, please let me know. I think this is pretty solid, but could be wrong. Maybe there's a better way of playing it. Put me on some knowledge. If you guys like it, also let me know down below. More than happy just to talk to you guys in the comments. All right, really quickly, the extra deck. We're playing machines. We got 2 Sidras, and then our opponents might be playing machines. So we got 2 Chimera Type Fortress Dragon. I didn't want to max out on it, but I also didn't want to play less than what we have for Cyber Dragons because we are a Synchro deck, so we need to save space for that. Also a machine, but also super easy to make because of our low-level tuners and monsters. We have 1 Armory Room. We can do the Colossal Fighter OTK pretty easily in this deck. Then we have the 1 Gataster, also a machine, important to point that out. The 1 Android, 1 Goyo and Brionic just for our generic level 6s, the best in the game. For our 7s, we have 1 Black Rose, 1 Sacred Wyvern because it requires a light tuner, and Scopin is a light tuner. We got the 1 Airbellum. Level 4s are really easy to make for us, by the way, because Scopin can summon level 4 from hand, which is, 3 plus 4 is 7. And then I wanted to play the 1 Power Tool. This card is absolute fucking dog shit, but fuck, we'll play it. It's a Morphtronic deck. We're going to play it. We're playing 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler, and 1 Colossal for our level 8s. And then to round it off, we got the Mistworm, level 9. And again, I don't just play cards just to play them. Power Tool, I should say that he's a machine, so if you have limited removal, there is the implications of having a 4600 beater on field, whereas these level 7s are not machines. Granted, they have better effects, but they're not machines, so that's why he's in there. And it's a Morphtronic deck. Come on, we got to play him. All right, guys, if you have any suggestions, please let me know down below. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace out.